Hey guys, for the people that are watching this as a re-upload, we're going to be doing a little tank maintenance on Dumpy right now. He's in the hospital tank. He's got a little internal infection that's affecting his swimming. I'm not sure if it's exactly just an infection in the swim bladder or an infection in the surrounding tissue that's pressing against the swim bladder. But we're going to be doing a little update on him in this video, and we're also going to be doing maintenance. I'm actually going to be doing a water change on his tank and also showing what I do to medicate him. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, and I'm actually going to change the water out. I can't actually find my cover for this right now. I used to put a cover on here so Dumpy wouldn't get sucked up, but I'm going to be watching him the whole time. So the first thing I like to do is I get this thing in here. I get the Python water changer submerged in here, and I'm actually gonna have to run to the bathroom now and start the siphon. So I'm gonna go start the siphon. I'll be right back. Hang in there. All right, guys, I'm back. So right now we have the tank draining, and I'm just gonna do a little update on him. I'll verbally explain how he's doing. You can see him right now. So he's a lot more active. When I showed the video of him when I first found out he was sick, he was a lot more still. He was just, you know, not swimming around a lot, but he's a lot more active right now, and he still has that tilt. But honestly, if you look at him, the tilt isn't as bad as it, well, no, he's tilting even more. Whenever he swims in that direction, the tilt is bad. But the tilt is not as bad as it was. No, please don't let him die. I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's gonna make it through this right now. I think he's gonna do pretty well. So I am putting a little bit of Epsom salt in here. Epsom salt I like to use for internal infections because Epsom salt, one, helps them poop, kind of relaxes their muscles, and two, Epsom salt helps to draw fluid out of the goldfish. So as soon as this thing kind of goes down, this is a 10-gallon tank. I'm not filling it all the way up. I'm filling it like almost all the way up. I use about like one teaspoon of Epsom salt. I want to keep it light, but I'm going to be using around 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt, and I just put that in the tank. And that's a pretty good amount to stay in there to help draw the water out and kind of help him be calm. But as you can see, he is swimming around a little bit. He's probably a little more active right now because his house is like shrinking down. You know, there's the water's being siphoned out, but he's doing decently well. But you can see he's definitely got that tilt to him. So the medications that I'm going to be using, let me get those out. So these are the 3 main medications I'm using. I'm using methylene blue, Furan 2, and metronidazole, which is just Metroplex. So this is good antibacterial medication. This is also good antibacterial medication. The main reason I have this is just to help increase oxygen uptake, and then also decrease the nitrite and nitrate toxicity, because this antibiotic destroys the biological filtration. So this kind of helps detoxify the ammonia and the nitrite. So I like to do the water changes very, very low. I like to get it down as low as I possibly can, just because I wanna keep that water as clean as possible. Every single day, ammonia goes up. Someone's saying if you use probiotics that can help with that. They can help with that, but I don't want the probiotics reacting with this. I want no bacteria in there at all, honestly. I don't want there being any bacteria, because then that's bacteria that this reacts with that could have reacted with the thing. Because anytime an antibiotic gets used, it's reacting with a bacteria. So I don't really want to add in extra bacteria in there. Oh, we just got our first live gift. I hope you and the rest of your fish is doing good. We're all rooting for Lil Dumpy. Thank you, I appreciate that. The rest of the guys are doing good. We haven't had a sick goldfish in 6 months. Alrighty, you see that? It's low enough now. That is low enough now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn this heater off. I forgot to turn the heater off. That is a big mistake. Alright, just unplug the heater. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta start the new flow. Alright, the new water's coming in, and let's just throw some detoxifier in there. That's a little strong. Alright, that's better. Let me fill up a little more of this. Alright. That is enough water conditioner. Oh, but yeah, I don't know why he keeps swimming in front of this thing. Come on, Dumpy, don't do that. Don't swim in front of it, buddy. Water temperature, it's a little hot. I gotta go turn it down. It's a little hot. Alright, I'm back. Feels a little better now. Alright, we're almost filled up to the top. I have the detoxifier in there already, so it's being all dechlorinated. But yeah, like the water change itself can be a little bit, a little bit hectic for the fish, because his home gets shrunken down to very small, then all this new water just comes out of nowhere. Also, something I've been doing is I'm putting in, yesterday, I think I'm gonna do it again today, I put in just a little bit of Levamisol. So if you guys have heard of Levamisol, Levamisol is an antiparasitic, but in addition to being an antiparasitic medication, it also boosts the immune system of the goldfish. So I might be using just a little bit of this, just to boost the immune system of the goldfish, because I wanna boost that immunity. I want to get him more able to fight that infection. So I'm not really using this for the antiparasitics, but I am using it to boost his immunity. I put about 0.1 gram for 10 gallons. 0.1 grams for 10 gallons. All right, I gotta go turn the water off. It's getting pretty full. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Alrighty, so now we're gonna dose We're gonna dose all the meds now because we removed the majority of the water, so we gotta redose everything. All right, the first thing I'm gonna redose is this one. This one's very easy to redose. You basically what the website says is for the metronidazole, the Metroplex, you can do about like one to two little scoops of this per 10 gallons. So this is about a 10-gallon tank. Oh, we just got a second live gift from Brock Bravo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You do about 2 scoops of this. 1 to 2 scoops of this per 10 gallons. I'm gonna be doing 2 scoops of this just because it's very early in the sickness of the goldfish, and I want to have it be a little higher concentration, so that bacteria just kind of stops. Oh, I gotta turn the heater back on before I dose that medication. I gotta turn that heater back on. Let me plug that heater in. Ugh. All these plugs in the corners. All right, so all you got to do is you got to open this thing up. You get your little spoon. Oh, we just got another live gift from Saga. Thank you. So we get the little spoon and we level it out. Hold on. There we go. That's pretty good. So that's a level spoon, one of that. And I just kind of leave it as is, because if he goes and eats some of this up, that's actually a good thing. I don't dissolve it separately out somewhere else. If he goes and eats this metronidazole, that's fine by me. That's even better. It's better if he eats it straight up. I actually have a medicated feed where I put some of this in there. So I'm getting a little more. Hope he gets well. He's my favorite. We just got another live gift from... I can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry, but I appreciate the live gift, thank you. So I'm doing a second one as well. Again, I'm not dissolving this ahead of time because I hope he eats it. If he sees a speck of white on the ground and eats it, that's a good thing. So we have that in there. All right, metronidazole done. Now we're gonna dose the Furan 2. This is a second antibiotic. I'm really just trying to throw every possible cure to help him that I can. Some people might say I'm overdoing it. I might be overdoing it, but I found, especially if you catch something early, which I do believe I have, it's better to throw a wide range of antibiotics at them, because I feel like that's like one antibiotic might not actually have it in there. You know, this might not be the actual antibiotic that gets that bacteria, but maybe this does. Or vice versa. So we got this. And all these medications are okay to medicate at the same time. So I've done the research. Nitrofurazone is okay to medicate with metronidazole, along with methylene blue. So now we got the nitrofurazone. You're going to see it kind of go green. You're going to see it go yellow-green. You see that right there? Just kind of hopefully get a little more of this dissolved in here. All right. So now we got the metronidazole and we got the nitrofurazone in here. Those are 2 antibiotics. So now I'm going to get the methylene blue in there. The methylene blue, the main reason I'm putting this in here, oh wow, Susan Cohen just gave a $20 live gift. I really appreciate that. Thank you. The main reason I'm putting this in there again is for oxygen uptake and then detoxifying the ammonia and the nitrite, because this thing kills the biological filtration. So this is just for oxygen uptake and then ammonia and nitrite. Like methylene blue has a lot of things that it can help solve. So you generally want to do around 1 teaspoon per 10 gallons in like a bath kind of setting like this. So here we got about a teaspoon. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually using this needle. And I'm going to be just taking it out of here because I want to be very careful with this because it makes a mess. And then I basically just fill this thing up. I have to fill it up even more. This was a mistake. All right, I'm doing this off camera just because it's easier for me to view it. All right. We got about a teaspoon. All right, we got about a teaspoon of the methylene blue. We're putting that in now. So it's about a teaspoon per 10 gallons. It's a 10-gallon tank. Now this is going to make the whole thing blue. But I love methylene blue. Methylene blue is just, it is like a cure-all. It just helps with so many things. Anytime I ship a goldfish, I put methylene blue in there. It's also an antifungal medication. It's also it's an antifungal. It has antifungal properties. So now you can see the tank is very, very blue. The tank is very blue. I'm gonna have to go clean this thing out later. I'll do that off camera. All right. Now, that's all the main things, but there is one other thing that I did yesterday, which I do want to do again today, which is Levamisol. And I want this only for the immuno-boosting properties. I want this only for the immuno-boosting properties. Oh, Crime Geek, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. This is a dewormer. Levamisol is a dewormer. It sterilizes, it kind of like paralyzes worms, like nematode worms. But I don't think he has a nematode word problem, but it also has immuno-boosting abilities, which is what I need from him right now. I haven't really seen other people use it specifically for that, but honestly, I've considered it. I've thought the risks are extremely low. This is a very safe medication, so I thought why not put a little bit of that in there just to help boost his immune system. All right. So let me put away the Furan 2 and the methylene blue and all these other things. Caring for fish can be stressful, guys. All right, so now, let me see if I can just put this kind of down here. So I only want like 0.1 grams. I only want like 0.1 grams of this stuff. A very small amount. I don't know how well you can see. But now, I have to use like a little spoon. I'm gonna use like a little spoon. I need a little mini spoon. Okay. So let's turn this thing on. Just 0.1 grams of this, just a tiny hair to boost the immunity. We're not there yet. This stuff is like very, very light. It's lighter than it looks. You see? Why you gotta be like that? It's at 0.2 right now. All right, it's skipping between 0 and 0.2. I'm just gonna call that 0.1. It's actually, you can overdose this by 5 times and be okay. So I'm actually not really worried. You can overdose by even more than 5 times. But I just don't wanna put anything extreme for him. All right, so now I'm gonna take this powder here and I'm gonna put it over here in the corner. This stuff works pretty quickly. But I used this yesterday, and this morning he looked so much better than he did yesterday. So I really think the Levamisol is like a game changer when it comes to just uplifting a goldfish that's sick. Okay. Alrighty. So now we have all the medications that I want to give him. They're given. And now what I can show you guys is I can show you some medicated feed that I made. Someone says he has ick. He does not have ick. He does not have any ick, no. All right, there's this one guy that's spamming a bunch of these periods. I think I'm just gonna... How do I remove him? Hide user on this channel. Boom. User's messages will be hidden. Got it. What was I saying? I have some medicated feed that I made for him, and I'm gonna show you guys that right now. But the fact that he's kind of like swimming off the ground and stuff, that's really good news. That's good news because he was just at the bottom. Somebody asked, is he pine coning? He is not pine coning from what I can see. However, it's really hard to tell if a goldfish is pine coning because pearl scale goldfish is pine coning because they already look like they're pine coned from beforehand. But yeah, so let's rid the sponge filter. There's no bacteria. I only have the sponge filter to absorb some of the crap, and I just I'll squeeze it off later. I just have that to kind of keep the tank kind of clean because Little Dumpy's pooping because I'm feeding him. But I know the bacterial agent of that is not doing much. Hide user on this channel. Yeah, there's a lot of random spammers in here. Who wants to be a moderator? How do I make someone a moderator? All right. Dangerous Girl 105 is now a moderator on your channel. All right, Dangerous Girl 105, you're a moderator. If you can just kind of calm down the people that are spamming, that would be good. Thank you very much. So yeah, we got Dumpy in there. Let's get him the food now. Let me put the Levamisol and this stuff away. All right, so here's the medicated feed that I made. Luke, it's Alex. Make me a mod. Oh, Alex Newton. Whoa, wait. Unhide user on this channel. I accidentally hid you from the channel. Add mod. Alex Newton is now a moderator. Woof! Alex, I almost banned you from my channel. Oh, Lillian just said, help me, my fish is sick. I need your help. You know what, Lillian, DM me on Instagram. Tell me it's Lillian from YouTube. Anyway, I almost just banned Alex from my thing. Here's the medicated feed. I put metronidazole in here, and you can kind of see a lot, not all of it dissolved. I used vegetable oil at first, but I don't know how good that was. I'm not sure if that really helped it kind of get stuck on the food. Dumpy, are you trying to get stuck between the heater? What are you doing? Don't do that, Dumpy. Dumpy's trying to get stuck in the heater. So let's move you guys a little bit closer. And now we're gonna feed Dumpy. All right, I just dropped the pellets in there. You see him falling down? You see him falling down? Takes him a moment to realize. Hold on, I think he's coming. I think he's gonna realize now. Come on, Dumpy, over here. There you go. Look at him. You see him going? You see him going? Come on, Dumpy. Swim over. Swim over. Eat your meds. Eat your meds before they dissolve in the water. Hurry up, buddy. Hurry up. Your meds are dissolving in the water. There you go. There you go. Come on. See? He's definitely got some swimming issues from the bacterial infection. There we go. He's eating the pellets now. He's eating the pellets. I don't think he realizes how many pellets we have over here. He's swimming away. Come on, Dumpy. Come back. There you go. Over here. Over here. You see them? Dumpy, turn around. Turn around. Every now and then you get a little more hungry and there's never anything good. Dumpy, turn around. Oh, Devious Minds. Thank you for the super chat. Dumpy, turn around, buddy. Somebody said chlorine makes them feel good. Chlorine does not make them feel good. Someone said, Sam H said, could you educate us on why you think specifically this is a bacterial infection? So the reason I think this is a bacterial infection is, one, from my experience, parasitic infections do not affect a goldfish, besides ick. Like most parasitic infections in goldfish do not make them bloat up and kind of have a side tilt to them so quickly. Oh, Murder Magic Strix, thank you. Dumpy's body seemed to bloat up and his swimming went to the side and he slowed down very, very quickly. And that's typically a sign of something wrong internally. If you can't see anything wrong externally, it's typically a sign, oh, there he goes, he's eating his food now. It's typically a sign of something wrong internally, especially when they slow down fast, when they get very lethargic. Oh, thank you, Bravo. When they get very lethargic and there's a swimming problem, it makes me think that there's an internal bacterial infection. Dylan's World of YouTube said, give him garlic, oranges, immune system good for vitamin C. You know what, Dylan's World of YouTube? I do have a recent vitamin C supplement that I got. Where is it? So, Dylan, I do have this vitamin C supplement that I just got. I'm thinking I want to put a little bit of this vitamin C in here. But the thing is, vitamin C is absorbic acid. It is an acid. So if I put an acidic tablet in there, it might throw off the pH. So I want to look up an appropriate amount of this to put in here, because if I put too much of it, we might have the pH fall down very fast. And if we do that, that's not going to be good for Lil Dumpy. That's not going to be good for Lil Dumpy if we mess with the pH. But I do want to look up an appropriate amount that won't mess up the pH. Each tablet is 500 milligrams. Does anyone know? I'm not going to do it right now. I'm gonna have to research. But does anyone know like how many milligrams per 10 gallons? Everybody ask Luke to name a fish Mr. Clean. One of these days, buddy. One of these days we'll name one Mr. Clean. I don't think anyone here knows the dosage. Thanks for the informative answer. What do you think triggered the bacterial infection? Did something suppress his immune system? So I do think Dumpy's immune system was somewhat suppressed, and I'm thinking the stress of getting in fights with other goldfish and just kind of being thrown around, having to go to the hospital tank to heal up, then going back. He's been through a lot recently. He's been through a lot, and when a goldfish goes through a lot, it can cause them just to get a bacterial infection just from the stress of it all. So I do think he's kind of been through too much. I think he's been through kind of too much, and it's affected him. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look up how many milligrams of vitamin C per gallon of water can be good for a tank system like this. Oh. Whoa. I'm trying to make the light a little more direct over this tank. Oh, yeah. Dumpy is a lucky fish to have you, Luke. Yeah, I hope so. Vitamin C is vitamin C, Greg. I don't know who's saying that. Don't worry, guys. From what I see right now, oh, he's eating his pellets. You see that? He's eating his other pellets. He's eating his other pellets, but the bad thing is, I think a majority of the medication kind of just dissolved out. The majority of the medication just kind of dissolved out. Someone just asked, can you describe what pine coning is? Pine conings, 50 milligrams per liter, says Google, I believe. Adriana, thank you. I'm going to look at that even closer. If it's 50 milligrams per liter, I have to look it up per gallon. I know there's multiple liters in a gallon. Guys, look at him. Look at him swimming around. That's good news. You see him swimming around like that? That's good news. You can see my reflection in the background. Got 30 milligrams of vitamin C in 8 gallons. So I'm going to have to put a fraction of a tablet. I'm going to have to put a fraction of a tablet in this 10-gallon tank. I forgot my train of thought. Someone said 1 gram per 100 gallons. I'm getting all kinds of dosages. I'm going to have to research this myself. Someone just said, I just tuned in what's going on. So if you watched my recent short video today, I announced that Lil Dumpy does have a sickness. Oh, TYPs, thank you for that. Lil Dumpy does have an internal infection. You kind of see the blemish on his right side. Do you see that little blemish kind of right on his right side right there? I think that's kind of messing with him. That's kind of pushing his swim bladder up against the other way and then throwing him off tilt. That's my best guess. I think once that infection on that side, like underneath the surface, gets resolved, he'll be okay. Someone said, is there a simple Melafix or Primafix someone can use for something like this? Melafix will not help for a situation like this. Melafix will not help. Someone said, is it dropsy? So dropsy is like a result of an internal infection. I think he has an internal infection, but the internal infection has not yet turned into dropsy. It's not yet turned into dropsy, and I don't think it will turn into dropsy. I think the fact that I caught it early enough has stopped him from going dropsy. Someone said, what about erythromycin? That is a good option too. I just don't have any of that on hand. And I think the metronidazole and the nitrofurazone is enough right now that I don't know if I would need to throw a third antibiotic in there. But when I detect something early, I throw everything I possibly can think that would be effective at it, because you can stop these things early. If you don't get in early, it's not gonna do it. Someone says, when do you think he'll get better? So as of right now, I do think he'll get better. How long will it take? I'm thinking about like a week. I think it might take a week. I think in a few days, we'll get a much better prognosis as to what he's at. If he heals, which I hope he does, and I think he does, I think it'll be about a week till he's back to what he was. But we'll see. It can always change. Someone's asking, what is ick? Ick is a protozoan parasitic infection. It's a protozoan parasitic infection that can attack the surface of your goldfish. For vitamin C tablets, what is the binder used? I don't know. I'd have to look at that. Somebody asked, what is your IG account? All my accounts across every platform is just the same. It's all just Luke's Goldies. Erythromycin and nitrofurazone are both antibiotics for bacterial infections. Yep, and metronidazole. Metronidazole is for bacterial infections as well as protozoan infections. Someone says, can you explain what pine coning is in a fish? Pine coning is when a fish gets so bloated by internal fluid retention that their scales begin to stick out. So he's a pearl scale. His scales by his breed already stick out, but if they were to stick out kind of more, that would be a sign that he's internally retaining fluid. But I don't think he's at that stage yet. I think he has an infection on his right side that is throwing his balance off because it's kind of swollen a little bit there, and it's pushing the swim bladder to the other side. And I think when it's pushing the swim bladder to the other side, it's throwing him off tilt, kind of like that. That's my best guess. Again, I'm not a vet. Anything you see me doing here, don't trust his veterinary advice. Every experience is its own individual experience, and half of what I'm doing is basically guesswork. But the nice thing is, the the negative effects of my guesswork not being true are not so bad. If I used metronidazole and I didn't need to use metronidazole, there's no bad outcome. I over medicated a little bit, but metronidazole is a very safe antibiotic. If I used nitrofurazone and I didn't need to use nitrofurazone, again, it's not that bad of a result. So I do educated guesses with minimal downside risk. Minimal downside risk, like, you know, approaches like this is what I do. Everything, I'll throw as many things I can throw at there that I know won't be kind of bad if it's not necessary. Methylene blue, minimal downside, metronidazole, nitrofurazone, Levamisol, all very safe. Someone said, can you make a subreddit? I don't even know what that is. I just made a Discord and I don't even know how to do, like, I don't even know how to work the Discord very well. Nightblade is saying, I'm a vet. I don't know about that. Prediction, an educated guess, yeah. What is methylene blue used for? Oh, someone said, what's the Discord channel? I want to join. It's Luke's Goldies. I have it linked underneath all my videos. So methylene blue is good for oxygen uptake, detoxifying the ammonia and the nitrite. It's also good for killing fungus and bacteria on the exterior of the fish. But for the most part, I just want it for the oxygen uptake and ammonia and nitrite. Discord link, I have it linked in the comment section underneath all my videos in my list of links. I've used methylene blue in science class in school. I have too. It's used for staining stuff. Oh, Alex Newton, thank you. Can I pin this comment? How do I pin a comment? I don't know how to do it. Alex, can you pin? Everyone look at Alex Newton's comment about the Discord link. Discord.gg/LukesGoldies. Thank you, Alex. Alex is like, I didn't even know Alex existed until my Facebook. And then apparently he's not on all my platforms. Alex is helping me out at every single turn. He's helping me out on YouTube. He's helping me out on Discord. He's popping in on Instagram. He's popping in... Have I seen him on TikTok? I don't even remember. He's everywhere. Alex is everywhere. Would you swab off his scales and look under a microscope to help with diagnosis? So here's the thing. I don't have a powerful enough microscope to diagnose any bacterial problems or even know if he like what kind of bacterial problem he would have. I'm also not educated enough to know what kind of bacterial problem he would have. I know how to diagnose like external parasitic infections like flukes, gill flukes, you know, ick and stuff like that. But something as small as a prokaryote, prokaryotes are so small, I just don't have the experience or knowledge or the technology to be able to accurately diagnose an infection. And I would have to do a biopsy to go inside of him to get an internal sample for that. Because the bacteria is inside his body, the one that's making him sick. Not gonna lie, but Discord is kind of better than Reddit. I don't even know the difference between all of it. Are you okay, Luke? Sounds like you have a cough. You know what? I think I'm a little dehydrated. I've been having a lot of salty, like, soup recently. All right, why do you keep going behind this heater? I don't like that, Dumpy. I don't like how you're doing that, Dumpy. Might have to just kind of stand this out here in the middle of the tank. Ah, I think I just kind of hit him. Sorry, buddy. All right, there we go. I didn't like how he was getting kind of stuck in there. He's gonna get stuck again, isn't he? He'll get stuck anywhere. Okay, where do you want me to put the heater that you're not gonna get stuck in it? What if I put it right here? I lost the suction cup for this heater. How's that? There we go. I stuck it in between the sponges. Now he cannot get stuck. Now he cannot get stuck. Alrighty, guys. I'm kind of thirsty. I gotta drink some water. But you, in this video, you kind of saw how I dealt with his with this current situation. One thing I still have to do is I got to add some Epsom salt in here. I'm going to go do that. But I used nitrofurazone, metronidazole, methylene blue. I put Levamisol for immunobooster. And I'm going to put a little bit of Epsom salt in there, but I'll do that later off camera. Anyway, I'm like super thirsty. My mouth is like super chapped. I haven't drank enough water today. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate everyone that gave a live gift, and I will see you all guys next time. Bye-bye.